Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product review on the Magnat MR780. It's a high-end hybrid valve receiver with high output stage and Bluetooth. It's a fantastic amplifier. Now, the MR780 has been out for a little while, and it's been very difficult to get one for me to do a review with, and this is the only one left in the NZ market at least. And as you can imagine, getting stock at the moment is very difficult, so I think we did an unboxing last year. Finally, I've got one in front of us today where you can actually see it. I fired up, you can see the two valves lit up on the side there. And this is a fantastic receiver. I mean, this is great. You can, this 2-channel amplifier. You run a nice pair of floor standers bookshelves. It's got all the inputs. But I guess first off, what we'll do is we'll just go through. It's a high-end hybrid receiver with tube preamplifier and high performance transistor output stage. It's got the high-quality DAP Plus and FM tuner built in, which is fantastic. Analog inputs, including obviously turntable, digital inputs, and we'll go around the back and show you that. Obviously Bluetooth 4.0 with high-end standard Qualcomm aptX, and it has a full metal enclosure with solid aluminium front and controls. Won a lot of test reviews, so this is reviewed very well around the world, and really in our part of the world they're about the $3,000 mark, and depending where you live that figure will change, but it's worth every cent. It really is an amazing amplifier. And if you're looking for, I'll quickly just run through some specs on this as well for you. I think the main one that we'd be interested in is obviously the power output. We've got 20 Hz through to 20 kHz, total distortion of 1.0%, and it's at we've got 4 ohm, 2 times 100, and again same specification, same THD percentage. At 8 ohm, we've got 2 times 75, and it really is a fantastic. I mean, I've heard this through pretty well most of the speakers that you could dream up, and I get the other thing too. At a peak volume at 4 ohm, it will get 2 times 180. So, as I said to you before, it's very common with quality stuff from Germany. These ratings, they always tend to lean on the more cautious side, but I've run some $10,000 floor standers, $26,000 floor standers, $1,500 bookshelves, $500 bookshelves. There really isn't much that I haven't run on this, and it really, once you've heard a hybrid amplifier like this and you get the fantastic valves on one side, you can see on here when I turn the source, you can change. I've got obviously it on USB audio mode. I was just flicking through. You've got a headphone output, mono, the source, line in, balance, bass, mid, and treble. Very rarely do you see the mid, and I think that's a handy one to have, to be honest. Sometimes you just might want to uplift the voices in a particular piece of music, and that is able to be done. Obviously a direct button on the front as well, so I will just go through that with you in a moment. Has a weight of 8.9 kg, so nearly 9 kgs, and it really is a fantastic amp receiver. So the 780 from Magnat, they come in, they're gone, they come in, they're gone. It's probably a very, very popular model in this part of the world. And I guess we should just go and have a look at the back so you can now see what connections we have. I'll also, they provide the little cable for the FM, which goes on the back. I also wanted to cover off, it does come with a full function remote control, and you can also add a CD player if you want to, but pretty well these days, most people run these as they are. You can also put this near your stereo cabinet, fibre optic into the back of it, run your television through it with a pair of bookshelves and a sub on the ground, or just as it is with a pair of two-ways. Gives you good separation. It's the options with this amplifier receiver is endless, and as I said, you get the benefits of tube and of course the integrated amplifier. So let's just go and have a look. Come around the back, and you can see here right through there, look at the absolutely oodles of fantastic circuitry. You're certainly not going to be lacking in that department. We'll come round the back. So here's the antenna one that you saw me before. You've got optical 1, optical 2, coaxial 1, coaxial 2. the USB, and this is fantastic. Effectively, you're going to be able to use this as a DAC, so you can run your computer straight into this and use the headphone plug on the front. So it really is a great unit. It's going to pretty well make most of your other equipment redundant. Bluetooth, you can see on the back here, left and right speaker connectors. You can pop the bungs out if you want to use your plugs to push in. We have the phono connection here for the moving magnet, and of course the earth, CD, DVD, auxiliary 1 and 2, tape, and a record out, if that is something that you'd like to use. And of course we have the power switch just here for turning it on and off, at the back if you want it completely off. So we'll come back round the front again. So you can see it really is a fantastic receiver. And if you're looking for pretty well, if you're not going to go down the AV road and you're playing a lot of music and you're doing the YouTube thing, movies, not so much. Really, I've noticed a big change in the last 5 years. A lot of people are coming back to 2-channel, and the Valve combo means there's a lot of people out there who've always wanted Valve, and Valve provides a very warm, it's a sound that's hard to describe. Once you've owned a Valve combo amplifier like this, it's pretty hard to go back to a standard amplifier. They're very warm, they've got a really nice detailed sound to them, and again, as you can see here, German quality, very, very nice looking unit, and you can always sit back and just enjoy the valves from a distance. And if you, as I said to you before, if you're looking for a product not only just for a music room where you might have a high-end pair of speakers, or some bookshelves, or any form of speaker that you own, it's going to bring them alive. You've got, the other thing I love about it is 3.5 plugs straight in the front, so people who don't want a Bluetooth and still want to run the cable, they can plug straight into the front without having to go around to the back of it. And as I said before, you can just fibre optic out of your TV straight into it, run your DVD player through it, and just run it as a music centre with a pair of speakers. And as I said, you can add a sub to it if you want. But generally, if you've got a nice pair of floor standers and one of these, you're really going to be set for a very long time. And you've got a turntable, you can add that straight on the back. So again, an absolutely fantastic product from Magnat, the MR780. And as I said before, there's test reviews on their website. So if you want to find out more information about this amplifier, you can start off at hifihq.co.nz for New Zealand, or hifihq.com.au for Australia, or just duck on to the magnat.de for the German site, and you'll find all the information there. And as I said, it is an absolutely fantastic amplifier combo. And as I said, running that, the hybrids are really the way to go. I absolutely love hybrids. Sometimes a full valve amp. Some people like a full valve amp. Some people like a traditional, the traditional transistor type amplifier. Here you get a combo of both, and I think they've done a fantastic job. And as I said, it's been very, very popular, and we generally this has taken a long time for me to even be able to bring this to you, because getting one to do this was probably the most difficult part of this whole review. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed today's product review on the Magnat MR780 hybrid receiver. And as I said before, if you'd like to find out more info, just visit the websites. And again, thank you for tuning in to AB Sound Advice.